G'day Bodgies and Widgies and welcome back to the channel. Here we are back in front of the Nano Reef Aquarium, and I promise to you I still have my fair share of freshwater aquariums. However, I got clownfish recently and that's something I absolutely have to show off. What's crazy though is that these clownfish were stuck in transport for over 2 days, and they also experienced some scorching hot temperatures outside. But let me throw you back to when they arrived and then we'll have a look at how they've settled in to their new home. Okay, hopefully the framing is right and you can see me and I'm not cut off. I always hate filming in a rush because you always end up doing something wrong or leaving something and forgetting stuff, like how I forgot the kitchen in the state that it's in now. My mum will kill me when she gets home, but that's not important for the moment. Let's get these clownfish open because they have been in transport for, God, almost 2 days at this point, and it's been boiling hot outside. I will admit, I'm kind of nervous, and I just... Oh. Wait. Oh! Oh my God. Oh, way to bamboozle me. Good God. Okay, he's panicking a little bit after opening the box, but basically through the double bag, I just saw this pile of activated carbon in a corner, and just the way that it looks is sort of like a fish on its side. Oh. Okay, there's one. There's one. Hopefully the second. Yes! Okay. Oh, they look so cute! Alright, let's get this out of the way. Incredibly well packaged, I must say. Incredibly well packaged. I actually haven't seen packaging like this before. I'm not sure what that is. It's sort of like a insulation pad. It is. It's got like a little gel thing in between it, I believe. And then that is a cold pack. Ah, my God, that's phenomenal. Look at that. Okay, let's get the fish into the aquarium. Okay, so the game plan here is basically just going to be temperature acclimating these fish. That's my main concern. I'm not too worried about the water parameters. Obviously, we can do a test of the pH and also the salinity. We'll give them about 20 minutes or so. Let them just do their thing and get acclimatized to temperature. And once that's done, we can come back and open them up out of the bags and then do a drip acclimation if we need to as well. Okay, so it has actually been close to 2 hours of these fish temperature acclimating, so they should well and truly be done. But the fish are looking amazing, super lively, and oh, they look so beautiful. So I'm gonna get this guy cracked open. Okay, that's still held tight. I think what I'll do is I'll quickly get the salinity pen. I'm gonna test the salinity of both. I know that this one is 1.026, so I'll test the salinity here, and then if there is any salinity difference, we can do a quick drip acclimation as well. It's just I don't want to keep the fish in this this air/water for too much longer. But let's give it a suss. Fish is in. Got the salinity pen. Just give that a dunk. Close that. Oh, it's perfect. All right. I think it'd be perfectly fine just to go in. So I'm just gonna go in for a hand release. Okay, get ready. In you go, little dude. Oh, look at that. So clown number 1 is in. And I think it'll be just the same thing. So I'll just get clown number 2 in. Also, I'm fairly certain that this one is the female out of the pair. Okay, time to go in. All right, big girl. In you go. So here we are almost 2 weeks after the clownfish went in. I got a fresh cut, shaved my beard, which I really regret. I want to grow my hair and my beard out again. That's not important. What is important is that the clownfish are absolutely thriving. Now, the first thing you'll notice about these clownfish is that they do look a little bit odd. They're not like the traditional Nemo that we know and love. And I'm sure you salties already know this, but for my freshies out there, clownfish actually come in dozens of different species. Everything from Ocellaris, Percula, skunk clownfish, tomato clownfish, and even some really weird island-based variations that you can find all around the world. But the most common clownfish that we often encounter in the aquarium trade are going to be the Ocellaris and the Percula. And in the decades that these fish have been bred and kept in the aquarium hobby, we've actually created a bunch of different color variations for them. Now, these clownfish variations are often labeled as designer clownfish in the marine aquarium trade, and they're no different to, say, something like designer guppies in the freshwater aquarium hobby. Through the generations that we've been breeding these fish in captivity, there will often be 1 or 2 babies that will pop out of a batch just randomly that might have a missing pattern, maybe a funky spot on their body, or maybe just some different colors. And after we collect those babies and breed them together and get their funky babies and breed them together, you then keep on going through this line breeding process until you get a fish that looks wildly different to its original counterpart, like these clownfish. And although in my aquarium, my designer clownfish look quite similar to each other, they actually have some very minor variations that splits them apart into 2 different strains. The larger one in this aquarium is what we call a Wyoming white clownfish, and the smaller one is a frostbite clownfish. And like I mentioned, there's not a lot that actually splits these fish apart, but the Wyoming white clownfish is actually just a solid platinum white through the entire body. The face is orange and the fins tend to be black. The frostbite clownfish, on the other hand, actually has these bullet hole-like black spots through the body, and the face is orange and so are the fins. The fins are orange as well. So that minor variation can split a strain apart. And normally it's the traditional thing to do is kind of get 2 of the same strain of clownfish, so you've got a pair that look identical. I really like the idea of getting some minor variations so I can kind of tell them apart and they have a little bit of variation whilst not looking too different from each other. But yeah, I am really loving how these clownfish look. I think that they not only contrast each other, but their environment really well, especially after the corals get added into this system and, you know, they're all this bright, vibrant, contrasty, fluorescent color. You've got these clownfish that are just stark platinum white. I think they'll stand out absolutely amazing in this system as it tends to mature and we add more and more life into it, which is one of the biggest aspects that I wanted in this tank. Absolute and utter contrast, which, based off the stuff I've already ordered coming for this aquarium, we should be on the right track of achieving. And the last thing I quickly wanted to mention is the aquarium shop that I got these fish from. They were purchased online through the Coral Shop, and they actually do have a physical location in Queensland, I believe, but they also do ship fish, coral, and dry goods all over the country. This video is not affiliated or sponsored by the Coral Shop in any way, shape, or form. They don't even know that I am making this video, nor that I, as a content creator, purchased their fish. No sort of extra special treatment or care was put into me, which I don't expect in any way, shape, or form. But the way that these fish arrived to me and the quality of packaging shows the attention to detail that this shop has. I think if the fish were underpackaged in any way, they probably wouldn't have made it through that 2-day transport, but the care that the Coral Shop put into making sure that their fish arrive happy and healthy really showed. So credit given where credit is due. They also stock fish, clownfish specifically, from Coastal Clownfish. And Coastal Clownfish, if you're not aware, is a 2-person army. Matt and Jade, a beautiful couple, run the entire clownfish breeding facility that they have, and they are pretty much Australia's largest breeder and supplier of clownfish, supplying aquarium shops all over the country with some quality fish. And that really does show in the fish when you see them in person. Matt has also been on this channel in the past, and I'll have that video linked in the description down below as well, where he talks about the challenges, the effort, and the work that goes into breeding clownfish. So you really get some appreciation and some satisfaction into what goes into the process of getting these fish to where they are. But yeah, that's essentially it from me, Bodgies and Widgies. Oh, lastly, please, I would love some names for these fish because they are permanent residents of this fish room. They are going to stay for a very long time. And yeah, I'd absolutely love to hear some names in the comment section down below. If If you want to see the future of this reef tank evolve, more corals, which I've already ordered, more fish, which I've also already ordered, and you want to see the follow-up videos to this aquarium, then give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. But I'll leave you here, Bodgies and Widgies. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Aussie Australian. Bodgie out.